have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see.
It looks something like this.
Moving on to rule number 2, and that's fill the frame. Now, if you're taking images of a subject and there are other elements around that subject that might not add anything to your images, or it might not add any visual appeal, then move your drone in closer. Zoom in if you can, get a tighter shot on your subject. By removing those elements that aren't relevant to the subject, it's going to create a more impactful shot. The worst case, you can always crop your images in post-processing, but by doing this we will be losing resolution and quality in our image, so it's not ideal. Equally, we can digitally paint out different elements if they don't add anything and we can't recompose our shot to remove them. But the ideal with this is if you can move your drone closer, or you can zoom in and get a tighter shot, it's going to give us the best results to then work with if we want to digitally process them afterwards. As before, we've got some examples, so let's take a look. So in this example here, this shot is pretty tight to this castle. There's nothing around the image that isn't relevant or doesn't add anything. By including the trees on the sides, it's going to show it's a secluded castle. There's nothing up here, there might be a village down in the background here, but by removing that, it's just going to show the single subject. So this works really well for property shots, of course, but by just keeping the subject on its own, the focus is taken straight into that subject, and we're not wandering away with our eyes looking at other bits that aren't relevant or interesting to the image. So in this example, we've got an island out at sea. There's nothing again in here that isn't relevant to this image. So we've got this island, it's good to show where it's situated. If we were to zoom in closer on the rocks, that could just be on the land. It's not going to be a particularly interesting picture. By going a bit higher in this image, it includes the surrounding water. The water is relevant because it's an island, so it adds another interesting element to the picture. And this example here, we've got this road, this hairpin that curves around right under the camera. This one's quite a nice example in a portrait image. The road comes and curves right under the camera. We're then filling the screen with that road. If this was taken further away, the road would just disappear into the landscape. The subject here is that road creating that nice curve that really stands out against all of the other elements.